did was he brought a real youth energy to the program.
It had geared itself to music very heavily.
His marriage to music helped break down a tremendous amount of doors on network television.
Everybody and their mama was watching that show around that time.
The show was a platform to do something that I dreamed of all my life.
Yeah! Yeah!
My favorite souvenir was a cartoon that was 3 frames, and the 3 frames had a title above it that said, How to Get a Hit Record. And the first one was Go on MTV. The second one was Go on the Arsenio Hall Show. And the third one had a guy in stripes with a number, and it was like, Get Arrested.
I think people forget what television looked like before we were on the air.
It was a very hip gig to play. You wanted to be on the Arsenio Hall Show.
Everybody wanted to be on the show.
There was nothing hipper or nothing cooler than being on the Arsenio show.
That was like the show.
It was a huge, like, cultural phenomenon. I mean, first African-American really to have a late-night show that was not, you know, for the African-American community. I mean, it was a show for everybody. You had all kinds of acts.
Arsenio was the, you know, the talk show to be on and to kind of break your career.
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre debuted on our show. And I would bring those things to Arsenio. You know, look, these guys are coming out, and he would be supportive and go for it.
Dre told me that he wanted his boy Calvin to do a duet with him. When I look back, it's kind of funny because Calvin was Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Dr. Dre had asked me if he could sit on the couch and talk, and I'm like, no one wants to talk to Calvin.
I didn't really want to go to the couch. I didn't want to do none of that.
Maybe some other time we'll talk to Calvin, but, you know, Dr. Dre is the money.
They were more interested in Dr. Dre. They didn't even really talk to me or say nothing to me, you know what I'm saying, before or after the show, which I understood, but, I mean, I was just happy to be there. I was overdressed. I had on a hooded sweatshirt with a long sleeve shirt with a vest on top of that. Just, you know, being nervous and unprepared, but I think I did a good performance, though.
Calvin blew up, and the next time he came, it was Poetic Justice.
I think I busted a freestyle on there.
Now stand up on your feet and peep the beat. Snoop Doggy Dogg's on the mic, I like to speak. Preach to each and all, I don't stall. Y'all know who the dopest rapper is, his name is Doggy Dogg. I freak and speak and reach to you, cause I'm on the microphone sporting gray and blue. I'm true to what I do, I don't bang it on. I'm the smooth macadamia Snoop Doggy Dogg. I make you jump, grab your but you might fall yourself, slump, hump. You can't see me, you wanna be me. I got a message to the CPT. What's up, Easy? I'm getting kinda greasy with curl on your neck. You can't see the dog cause I'm out to chin check. They call me the super duper, superb. Hit 'em up, get 'em up, split 'em up, word.
People was telling me I was a star, you know, when they first seen me on Arsenio Hall Show. For those who didn't really believe that I was rapping with Dre or doing my thing now. So once they seen that show, because everybody in jail seen it and everybody on the street seen it, the word is spread.
I hear from my staff that Snoop gave the word green room a whole new meaning.
Oh, we had a green room, and I do mean a green room.
He brought everything himself, stayed in his dressing room, door occasionally opened, and, you know.
It was Foggy, Smoggy, and Doggy Doggy.
No comment.
I was at a restaurant called The Ivy over on Robertson. I'm sitting there talking to this girl, lying to this girl, and Tommy Mottola, who I only knew as a name in songs when I was a kid, you know. Tommy Mottola walks up, introduces himself, gives me a tape, and he says, look, I'm not asking for a favor. I just want you to listen to this. And you tell me what you think. Call me tomorrow. And the tape was Mariah Carey singing.
Treated me kind, sweet destiny.
She came on the show and turned it out.
I was really nervous because that show was so huge at the time, and it was a big moment for me.
It took so long.
I was just like, in my own mind, aren't I just the kid that was just at home watching this show? And then all the people that I went to school with, they were just like just going to college or whatever. So they were all like still hanging out around the TV watching Arsenio, and there I was.
I've seen many careers change from performances on the show. Mariah Carey's life kind of changed.
Turned out to be.
MC Hammer, well, we gave him the debut on the show, and Arsenio was very, very much a part of the beginning of his career.
I was on Sunset Boulevard. I was staying at the Hyatt, and Arsenio was at the comedy club next door.
A young man named Stanley with glasses came up to me in front of the Hyatt Hotel.
You know, I seen him on the Joan Rivers show, and I really loved him and everything, and it's like it was off the air. And I was like, man, check this out. This is my tape. I go by the name of MC Hammer.
His first comment was, yo, man, I'm gonna get this to you because I'm a big fan, but I wish your show was still on, man. I wish your show was still on because I know ain't nobody else gonna feel what I do, you know? And I said, ironically, I'm probably gonna do another show. And he said,
when you get your new show, you know, put me on the show, man, because I love your show, and I'm gonna blow it up when I get on there, you know. And he was like, all right, man, all right.
Every drunk on Sunset says they're gonna do another show, you know. I swear to God, I'm doing another show. But sure enough, I did another show, and I remembered that guy.
And the next thing you know, he had his show, and he invited me on the show, and it was fantastic.
And that's how I met MC Hammer.
It's a great story, you know, two cats on their way up, meeting in transition, and making it happen, being blessed.
Thank you for blessing me. What am I to run into hype? It feels good when you know you're down.
We, put MC Hammer on the show for the first time, and Hammer was really loyal to the show, and particularly to Arsenio.
I know I was on Arsenio's 5, 6, 7 times.
When he came to the show, he really, let it roll.
You can't touch it. You can't touch this.
Hammer doesn't want 20 tickets for his friends in the audience, or 20 tickets for his friends in the green room. Hammer wants all 40 of those people on stage.
Maybe 5 of my guys will come down the middle aisle, and 6 more shoot down the left aisle. I'll come out the middle, and then, and more dancers will blast out from the back.
The bottom line is they pay off. And when Hammer would come, he'd bring 100 people, and sometimes 100 of them would be a choir and dancers, and all of them would be on stage. It's funny because you'd see people coming down the hall with hot pants on and Daisy Dukes, and people with weird hairstyles and grease dripping, and people warming up, and it's like, and there was hundreds of them, and then they go on stage and they would turn it out.
I remember they once all came in these gold lame outfits, and you felt like you were putting on a huge production, as opposed to a nightly talk show.
Arsenio's audience was more like a show audience, not like a TV show audience. These were hip-hop fans, rap fans, music fans. So you could get wrapped up in it like you doing a live concert versus a TV show.
One time Hammer performed, and when the show went off and the credits run, Hammer was still performing. And we shot it all. We never used it, but he performed like 20 minutes after the show ended.
It was popping in there, and we wanted to keep it going. And so we can't stop because it's time for credits and the show's going off, and the people want more. So we kept it going almost a half an hour, after we were done. And everybody partied, and Arsenio partied, and the crew partied, and we just had a good time.
And that was the feeling I liked giving people, that, you know what? Here's a place you want to be.